Hi everyone. Well, today we are talking organization. As I've mentioned before, I get a lot of requests to talk about like how I stay organized, show different areas in my home, how I organize. I just recently did my what's in my car, kind of car organization video. So today we're talking about planners. When I showed my recent Lilly Pulitzer planner, and I'd mentioned before that I'd had Erin Condren planners the previous 2 years, I got asked to compare them. So I am going to show you a little bit of both today, comparing them. Also, just give some tips on how I stay organized. Now, of course, there are people that are just naturally organized. I think I'm one of them. I think you'll often find people that are organized or naturally organized. They usually have a few things in common. One, I think we're list makers. You stay organized, in my opinion, by making lists. My husband and I are both huge list makers, whether it's at the office or at home. You know, as soon as a thought pops in our mind, we write it down so that we don't forget. For instance, a grocery list. We always have an ongoing list at home, so as soon as we think of something or something is starting to run out, we just write it on that list. Another thing I find that we all kind of have in common is we actually like to put pen to paper. Now, I know with this day and age, there's all kind of apps for list making, and pretty much you can make a list on your phone. You can do everything on your phone these days, but I find I still like to write things down. For me, I just think it actually helps me remember things better, and I actually like writing things down, a list of what I need to do, even if it's something like maybe I've already accomplished or I'm getting ready to, and it just gives you that satisfaction of then I just put a line through it, cross it off the list. I think another thing, a lot of us also enjoy office supplies. You know, you love actually, you know, nice pens and paper and planners and things like that. So again, those of us that are really organized, those are just some of the commonalities I find. I also keep a desk calendar in our office, so things that pertain maybe to the home or appointments or doctor's appointments or things that are for both my husband and I'll write on that calendar, especially birthdays. It's just a nice thing to like glance at. And then I have my own planners for not only YouTube and the blog, but then just personal things. I also keep a project binder. It's just basically a 2-ring or a 3-ring 2-inch binder, and you know, it just has sheet protectors in there. That's something that I've started probably about a year or more ago, as there were projects that we wanted to do around the house. Like for instance, if any of you watched one of my vlog videos where we put cabinets up in our laundry room, that was just one of those things where we had wrote out the dimensions, measured the wall, measured, the current washer and dryer, things like that, just so we could have on hand to refer back to. We also used that binder when we were doing the picture framing and kind of the chair rail in our dining room. So it's just one of those things to keep ideas, or like if you see things online or out of a magazine for like redecorating. So I think a project binder is something kind of cool to have. Okay, so let's talk about the planner. So this is the Lilly planner, and first and foremost, to me, I just love the bright colors. It to me, I need something like that to kind of get me motivated. I look forward to writing in it. It's nice and compact, even though this is a lot of space. Like, so for instance, it's August 2014 through December 2015. So, I still have a whole other year of using it. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Like I said, I kind of talked about this a little bit more in the haul. It just has, the nice elastic. You can keep it closed if you're putting it in your bag. It does have the nice spiral binder, and it's nice and hard on the cover, both the front and the back. It has a little pocket up front. I just keep little things I might want to know, anything from little blogging or like editing cheat sheets to like my Sephora color IQ numbers, different things, anything that I might just want to reference or I've written down on a small piece of paper, I just throw it in there. It does come with a page of stickers, which I think's cute. This is something it does have in common with the Erin Condren, which I'll show you here in a minute. And these are just kind of Lilly specific, her designs, date night, and just cute little things like that. I've used a few of the birthday ones. And then this front cover, it just tells you, how it got started, how, if you're not familiar with Lilly Pulitzer, like how she got started, how her designs got started, where it comes from, things like that. So then you'll start to see all of, and I am looking behind me in the mirror just to make sure I'm in frame here if you're wondering. You'll have all the tabs with all the months. It does have a tab for like 2015, 2016. It has the months tab, so all the months out together, dates to remember, holidays, and then a note section. So all of that is here, and then it starts going into the individual months. So this is what it looks like on the month at a glance. It has the whole month out on both pages. You do have a little bit, you know, of to-do or note section if you want. Keep in mind, this being a Lilly planner, it will have specific things to Lilly Pulitzer written in them. Like it'll say Lily's birthday or when like the fall collection's coming out, the summer collection. So keep in mind that will be listed throughout the planner. And then on each month, you can see it just has like a really cute design around it. And then as far as when you actually get into the planner each day, it starts on Monday and the ends Saturday and Sunday are smaller over here. And each page usually will have a design. It may not be this big. I really like this planner, and why I prefer this one now, I've mentioned this to several of you before, but just to touch on it again, I like that the columns are very long to write in because that's how I write. To me, it's visually just easier to see. So for instance, this was in September, and you can see this is kind of how I just write out to-dos, and then I always cross out with a red pen. I just visually like to see, okay, it's crossed out in red, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I do use different colored pens too throughout the planner just for different things. So anyway, that's kind of what mine looks like on any given generic day. And then like, say I will use one of these little magnetic, you know, binder clips. This is from Target, and I will, when the month starts, so that I can just easily flip to the month at a glance, I'll put one of these on it. And then as I start getting later in the month, I will also put a paper clip so that I can easily just flip between the month at a glance and what day it actually is in the binder. Another thing I do visually is just if we have a vacation, I'll use, you know, tape, washi tape, decorative tape on the month at a glance just to kind of look at it. So that just kind of gives you a little glance at the Lilly planner. Again, this just really works for me and what I need it for. I really like it. This has probably been one of my favorite planners. And because this is one of my favorites, I am going to be giving away a Lilly planner, and what I'll do is just order it and have it sent directly to you then. And also, even though this started in August, like I said, you'll get to use this for a whole other year. So that's what I like about this. I found in the past, even when I use like Filofax or Day Runner, things like that, I like when they're like a 15th or a 17th month calendar. That's just kind of the way, I don't know if that's just the way my mind works. Or I did also do a complete review on my blog planner. I solely use this for my blogging and YouTube. So yes, I do have two separate ones that I work out of. I will put in my day-to-day planner, like if I need to edit something, whether it's pictures, a video for the blog, little reminders like that I do use in that one. This is pretty much how I schedule things out. So for instance, on the month at a glance, I can just see all the posts I have scheduled for the month. Again, I spoke about it in that video. I really like that on each individual day, it lets me know I can cross off little boxes. Did I put this, you know, on Facebook? Did I put it on Google Plus? Twitter, all the social media. Also, I can check off, you know, do I have it scheduled? Did I do a thumbnail picture? All of that kind of thing. So again, this is just solely for my blog and YouTube, but I'm really, really enjoying this one. I'll put the link to that review below. So as far as the Erin Condren, I'm just going to touch on these a minute because I found this year, like I said, I stopped using the one I had for this year. I just found I really wasn't enjoying it. I first heard about these a couple years ago from a fellow blogger, ordered one. I thought they were really great. There were some improvements to this year's that I really liked, but I just found overall I didn't like the way it was set up to write. It doesn't work for me. So here are the two I have. This was last year, this was this year. They again have the spiral, you know, just the front cover. You can like interchange the covers and all kind of things now. For instance, same thing, the month at a glance, you know, you can just write things out. This is actually a really nice space, so I do appreciate that. So this is where I didn't like it because that's just not how I personally plan my day. it's broken out. You can see each day. So say this is one day. You have morning, day, and night. My thing is, look how small the area to write in. You just have this little square here for each thing. Well, I found it just always looking messy, and just visually, I didn't like the way that looked. It's like just too much. I was actually thinking about going back to Filofax when I saw the Lilly planner, and I may go back to Filofax. I used them years ago, but I'm really enjoying the Lilly planner, like I said, right now, and it was a good price point. So for right now, that's just what I'm going to stay with. But I really don't care for the Erin Condren anymore. So I hope that you guys found this helpful. This was kind of just an overview, like I said, trying to pack a few things into one video. Again, kind of how I stay organized. And I'd been asked, you know, to compare those two planners. There are so many new planners out there now. You can actually just probably look them up on YouTube, do a Google search. Actually, even on Instagram, if you search for hashtag planners or something like that, a lot of them come up. I will list all of the giveaway rules and details listed below. Let me know if you would like to win the planner. Leave me a comment. You can always leave me a comment otherwise if you don't want to enter. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.